this is a huge challenge of the roads caving in. This is along the Bhagirathi River, and this is the road leading to Gangotri area. But just take a look at the kind of damage to the roads. In some parts, the entire road has been washed away, and this is a huge challenge for the rescue teams. Well, let's go across to my colleague Ankit now, who joins us from there. And Ankit, we're talking about, the kind of challenges the rescue teams are facing and the kind of challenges you are also facing in actually getting to that area. Tell us where you are and what is the latest you can share with us regarding the state of this highway.
Well, this literally is the end of the road on the Gangotri highway. If you are trying to make your way to Dharali and Harsil and other places which have been badly hit by these floods. Mohsin, don't go to the ledge because this is very precarious at this moment. This entire road, you can see this big boulder which has come and completely created this crater here on the road. Trees have fallen down. Beyond this, there is no vehicles. You can't take your vehicles beyond this. After this, if there is about a kilometer stretch, and after that also there is a complete washout of the road. And if you go 10 kilometers further from there, then a bridge, a very important bridge which helps you cross on the other side of the Bhagirathi River. You will see the Bhagirathi River here has been completely washed away. Now, the SDRF, paramilitary forces, NDRF, all those teams are also stuck. And the challenges that we were talking about, it has been nothing less than a nightmare to try and make your way here. Every few kilometers, there is a massive landslide. We caught a few live on our camera with boulders falling on the road. And even for the SDRF teams, they are saying that even if we are somehow able to cross over and go towards, Dharali and Harsil, the problem is that without equipment, without their equipment, the heavy machinery, more or less their operations will be severely impacted. Now, for that, we were speaking to a few people, from the BRO and the GRE. They are saying it can take up to 4 days for even a temporary structural bridge to be made and this road to be in some situation that vehicles can pass from here. This has completely caved, from this very moment. And it reminds me when I had come to cover the 2013 Uttarakhand flash floods, the Kedarnath tragedy. At many places, the road literally just vanished. And we are seeing something similar here as well. Now, a lot of people, those who have faced, a lot of difficulties, and what we are going through, it pales, and my heart goes out to all those who have been severely impacted, stuck, missing in these flash floods in the village in Harsil, in other places. आपका यहाँ खेत है?
हाँ, मैं पंडित सुनील सारोतड़ी ग्राम भटवाड़ी से सरपंच भी हूँ। यहाँ पे भटवाड़ी गुडाला नाम का एक तोक है, कहा जाता है, जहाँ सड़क धसकी है और ये बिहार वाले ऊपर की साइड को और काट रहे हैं। हमारे यहाँ पे खेत का नुकसान हो चुका है।
आपका ये खेत है और वो उससे मिट्टी नीचे ला रहे हैं?
मिट्टी भी चला रहे हैं और इनको सारे हमारे ऊपर से खेत जो है पूरा नुकसानदायक हो जाएगा। इसकी प्रशासन पर इसकी जांच किया जाए, यहाँ पे जो है आए और
पर लेकिन सड़क का कोई रास्ता नहीं है, तो उनको मिट्टी ला के निकालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं,
काटने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन मलबा नीचे डाल के खेतों का मलबा जो नीचे डाल रहे हैं।
आगे और कितनी जगहों पर इस तरीके से सड़क बिल्कुल खत्म है?
हाँ, आगे सड़क पूरी खत्म है। आगे जो है पूरे सारे इलाके जो धराली से पूरा नुकसान हुआ है, वहाँ भी काफ़ी लोग जो है दबे हुए हैं। कोई आशंका नहीं हो रही कि कितनी गिनती हो रही, कुछ निकाले गए। और उसके बाद भी रिंगालाग जो एक पुल टूटा है, वहाँ पे लोहारी नाग, वहाँ पे सारा पुल बह गया है।
कितना दूर है यहाँ से पुल? 10 किलोमीटर?
10 किलोमीटर यहाँ से, नहीं 10 किलोमीटर, यहाँ से 15 किलोमीटर है। 15 किलोमीटर में पुल टूट गया है और प्रशासन जा तो रही है, लेकिन यहाँ के आकर सड़क के कारण से जो है गाड़ी अस्त व्यस्त हो रखी है।
बहुत शुक्रिया सर।
भटवाड़ी में यहाँ पे
So, I am in Batwadi, and Batwadi is about 35 kilometers, 34 kilometers from Uttarkashi. And even in Uttarkashi, the spate that this river is in, the hotels and the ashrams which are near the river, all of them have been asked to be extremely careful. In fact, many have been asked to evacuate as well. Momin will just show you behind. You can see the security forces, those who are trying to, in fact, make their way also struck. We saw a huge convoy of the ITBP, which was also struck. Now, let me show you from here. As I said, this is literally the end of the road. Sir, ये कितनी देर से आप लोग ये काम चला रहे हैं सर यहाँ पर? कब से काम चल रहा है?
हम लोग सुबह 4 बजे आए थे।
हाँ जी।
सुबह 4 बजे से लगे हुए हैं हम लोग। सुबह 4 बजे से लगे हुए हैं।
4 बजे से आप आए हुए हैं। और ये रोड ये तो पूरा क्षतिग्रस्त है। कितना समय लग जाएगा इसको ठीक होने में? मतलब थोड़ा सा
अब समय का क्या बोल सकते हैं सर, कहीं प्रॉब्लम नहीं आनी चाहिए। प्रॉब्लम आ गई तो फिर थोड़ा टाइम लग सकता है।
हाँ।
नहीं तो 1 घंटे में हो जाएगा।
अच्छा, और यहाँ से आगे भी रास्ता बिल्कुल टूटा हुआ है?
आगे भी टूटा हुआ है सर, उधर भी लगी हुई है।
पुल भी एक टूटा हुआ है
उधर भी। हाँ जी, मशीन लगी, हमारी मशीन लगी हुई है उधर आगे भी।
अच्छा, तो गाड़ियाँ यहाँ से आगे नहीं जा सकती?
नहीं सर, यहाँ से आगे नहीं जा सकती।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सर हमसे बात करने के लिए. सो एज आई वाज टेलिंग यू दिस इनिशियली दिस इज लिटरली द एंड ऑफ द रोड. आई विल if I can try and make my way on the other side. Shukriya bhai sahab.
Right, Ankit, do be careful, you know, as you make your way there. Looks very precarious.
Right. Yeah. In fact, it's more challenging for Momin, my colleague, because he's also holding the camera,
I
trying
can imagine,
to give our
Ankit,
viewers
you know,
a steady
as
shot.
you're making your way, I'd
so
also
you
like
can
to
see
say,
here.
Ankit, that I can see some, you know, sunshine there, dare I say, because that's been a huge challenge, the fact that it's been raining continuously. So I can see that. Is the weather now clearing up? Because we, you know, we need air support as well. Air supplies need to be airlifted. Teams need to be airlifted. So do be careful, Ankit. So do tell us, is the weather clearing up somewhat?
Two challenges. It is getting better. It is getting better, the weather. There is sun. A little bit of sun, which is also out. But the problem is, and give me a moment. I've crossed over to the other side, and
let our team, you know, make their way safely across.
Because this is.
Yes, so as you can see, these are the kind of challenges being faced. You can see Ankit showing us that entire road that has, you know, just been washed away, that the landslide, it's just simply disappeared. Ankit and our camera person making their way across to the other side, and this is what the challenge that rescue forces are facing. Yes, Ankit, over to you.
Oh, okay, so like you were asking about the weather. It's clearing up a bit, but let me show you this. That's where we were, and the road is completely gone, and we have just crossed over. Now onto the chopper. The problem for the chopper is, sir, कहाँ से आ रहे हो आप? कितनी देर से पैदल चल के आ रहे हो आप?
नहीं, हम तो यहाँ पे लोकल प्रशासन से हैं।
अच्छा, प्रशासन से हैं।
जी सर।
तो कहाँ से आ रहे हैं आप लोग अभी?
हम यही थे आगे, जहाँ पे हो रखा है, ब्लॉक हो रखा है।
जगह पे लैंडस्लाइड हो रही है।
लैंडस्लाइड हो रखी है। नहीं, इससे आगे भी गए थे, लिमचा घाट तक गए थे।
गंगनानी से
आगे तक आप लोग जा पा रहे हैं पैदल?
पैदल नहीं, गाड़ी बीच से ट्रांसमिट करवाए।
प्रशासन की गाड़ी उस तरफ है, उसी के उससे आप जा पा रहे हैं। कहाँ पर रास्ता?
लोकल गाड़ी,
गाँव वगैरह है बीच में। क्या हालत है सर? कब तक ये ठीक होने के चांस लग रहा है आपको?
देखते हैं, लगे हैं अभी, जितना जल्दी हो सकता है।
वहाँ से एक तो पुल पूरा गया है, वहाँ से वो लिमचा घाट पड़ता है ना आगे, गंगनानी से आगे। कितने
दराली तक पहुँच पाए हैं अभी तक?
दराली तो ऐसे तो जो हेलीकॉप्टर जा रहा है, बाकी लोग जो पहले गए हैं वो तो।
हरसिल में हेलीपैड था, वो तो बह गया है, तो हेलीकॉप्टर कहाँ उतर पा रहा है वहाँ?
एक आर्मी का है वहाँ पे, बगोरी में जी, हरसिल से लगा हुआ है।
अच्छा, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सर, थैंक यू सो मच. Sorry, I got because there were people from coming from the other side, so it just gives you very vital information that the choppers are able to go till Bagori, which is next to Harsil, and that's where an army helipad is, because Harsil used to be a big, in fact, base, and there the helipad has been washed off completely. Now the weather has cleared up, the sun has come, but this is a valley, and you understand it better than most people, Gargi, that the clouds they come extremely to the height of this mountain top itself, and that makes flying extremely challenging here. Also, the other factor is that because only one helipad which is working at this moment, heavy lifting or a lot of equipment is not being able to be sent that way, and that is creating a massive challenge for the rescuers. Even if men are able to cross, there is no way that heavy equipment which is required in an operation like this, excavating equipment, all those things will be required to go through road. Until the time that bridge is not made, it is going to be a very, very challenging task, a very difficult task for rescuers and the administration to actually reach in large numbers as they would have expected to try and provide rescue, relief, and some sort of rehabilitation to the people of Dharali, Harsil, and other places around it which suffered that massive devastation yesterday. This whole debris that you see has just fallen about a couple of minutes ago, and you can still see some sliding and some debris, in fact, falling at this moment. And behind me, of course, is the Bhagirathi River. And look at the river in its absolute spate. I mean, it's full glory. And if Mohsin will pan around, this time it will see nice green clouds rolling in, the river in its spate. It is an ideal place to possibly shoot a movie or for tourists. But behind this picturesque scene is the story of the devastation that Uttarakhand is facing at this moment. Just about 50 to 60 kilometers from here is Dharali, 35 kilometers Uttarkashi, and then 17 kilometers Batwali, and 9 kilometers from there is Dharali village. Three flash floods yesterday devastated that village. The loss of life has been reported. Many people are still missing, including army personnel, and that is where for the last 13 and a half hours we have been trying to make our way. In fact, it's actually been 15 hours now that we have been on the road trying to make our way. It's been a very difficult journey, of course, because of the rainfall that continuously, continued through the night. 8 o'clock it started, and since 8 o'clock till at this moment, although the intensity has reduced, but the rainfall is continuous. But as I was telling you earlier on the other spot where we were stuck, with this as well, I have to, say that the local administration is doing an absolutely amazing job. And why I'm saying that, look at this, in just few minutes of this fresh slide which has taken place, the landslide, the JCB has been deployed. It has reached the spot. They are waiting, assessing the situation, and then they'll try and clear this way so that people can keep moving. So we are getting stuck, but within minutes, people, the local administration has sensed the JCB. And let me also tell our viewers, in a mountainous state like Uttarakhand, which is prone to such devastation, to landslides on the road, every few kilometers, these JCBs, in fact, village headquarters, have been placed, especially on the routes which are prone to these landslides. And as soon as something happens, they are pressed into action. The one that you see behind me at this moment trying to clear the way. There are, of course, all these cars which are stuck here alongside our vehicle as well. All of them waiting to make their way to Uttarkashi and other places. As soon as the JCB on the other side would be able to clear the debris, people will start moving in. And even after the clearance of this debris, crossing this is also a challenge. It's a precarious challenge. You have to cross it very, very quickly. Just because, any big stone or boulder which falls from the top can actually push your vehicle in this raging river Bhagirathi. And, trust me, this doesn't take any prisoners. If you fall on the wrong side, it's game over. So it's a dangerous, in fact, situation. And what we'll now see, the JCB will take a turn. It will come and it will still try and clear the debris on this side. Most of the time, it's the two-wheeler riders, those who are usually, in fact, take the first risk. You're also seeing them taking that right now. And once that a person is gone, the little misunderstanding there, this either one of those should have stopped from the vehicle on the other hand. But now you will see how quickly, one after another, these people will try and cross. Because if you wait and another, batch of the debris comes from the top, then you are stuck again for hours. So look at this. They will keep their distance, and they will just rush through this entire area as soon as they can. They will wait. So it's not that you can't tail the cars. It's not one after another. You give some distance, you wait, And once one car is cleared, look at that. That is why you have to wait, because look at that, small rocks falling again. But people are trying to very quickly clear this area so that they can be on the other side of this slide, of this landslide, and then of course be on their way to their destinations. A lot of people going with goods and other things towards Uttarkashi, possibly hoping to, of course, send send remedies and relief material to, in fact, the affected places as well. I will show you our team was also stuck. That's the NDTV OB van, and of course also trying to make our way to the very place that we are also going. So one by one, people have moved. And I don't know why they have stopped in front. Maybe there is another landslide which has just taken place at this moment. What I can also tell you is that the rain is making it very difficult. Because of continuous rainfall, all this, the porous soil, the water seeps in, it gets heavy, and then, of course, in a slide, things start falling down, the debris comes down, and that makes a big problem as far as people are concerned. I want to show you this. Look at that. That is what makes it very difficult. We will have to step back and look at the big stones which are falling as we speak. My colleague Momin is showing you these visuals, and this is the problem. The more they try and clear, much more comes from the top, and it creates this blockage all across this highway, which is very difficult to cross at this moment. The entire highway, as we speak, in many places is riddled with this debris coming in from these mountains, in fact. And look at that. This one, all this, what you are seeing is very, very dangerous. The initial part was these big boulders. Now I can still see some movement, and it will keep coming. Thankfully, it's not rain. The problem is when it rains, it becomes heavy and it comes down. And when it doesn't rain and it starts to dry up, even then, the top layer starts peeling off. In fact, the JCB which was working here, that had to be pushed back for the safety of the people, those who are working in it. It is a continuous slide. It seems slow right now. Look at that. It's breaking from the top. You will see it breaking from the top, and the entire area. This will continue for some time, and this will keep breaking. This is dangerous at this moment. The police is here trying to tell people to move away from this. We just saw how the top is breaking, and Momin will just keep his focus there. You can see some trees which are hanging there. Once it reaches the soil under the trees, that completely goes off. That's the time when there is a massive movement with the trees also coming down, and that becomes the biggest difficulty as far as this entire highway is concerned. There is trying to ensure that people are at safe places. The JCB is back in action, but at this moment, this entire the entire patch, in fact, is very, very shaky and extremely dangerous at this moment. And imagine this is just a small trailer that you are seeing. Now imagine this entire mountain, this entire hill coming down with massive force and with gushing water as well. This is exactly what people in Dharali witnessed, had to go through yesterday when the flash floods, in fact, triggered that massive landslide, bringing with it everything on its on its path, whether it was boulders, rocks, trees, everything came down and almost wiped off that entire village. Thousands of people at that point of time. One video where there was a market, full market. People didn't even have time to blink, in fact, and neither could they save themselves nor their loved ones.